all you listeners is that they never let their clients make more money than them.
To the hedge funds, GME is so scary. So Robinhood limited buying in January. The merry band of apes no doubt were pissed and said, now we gonna hodl till you don't exist. So Wall Street bets was targeted for the siege. The mods caved in, man, I couldn't believe. And now the finance mafia running that show. So the GME and then the super stonk we'd go. The media sank fangs to pump and dump, and every real ape knew they was up to something. We broke out the abacus, pen and pencil, studied all the patterns, reading posts by Renzel. That DD, we discovered a pattern. Every 21 days, loop the ring like Saturn. Them options were hiding the short position, and then West Christian confirmed our suspicion.
The ultimate mission, of course, is to drive it through the floor and put it in bankruptcy.
Scumbags stealing all of our energy. Congress on retail, ignore the enemy. They grilled Keith. Kitty just roared back. He said, I like the stock, and it's as simple as that. And then he doubled down. We all beating the chest. We buy banana. You witnessing a peaceful protest. We stand against corruption, standing against greed, stand against fraud by the richest elites. Why they need to cheat? Don't they have enough? We won't stop till we see Ken Griffin cuffs. They tried calling up bluff. They keep doubling down. They made a GME meltdown. Sub for clowns. They outsource shills to distort the story. But Ahmad's hot shot. They like me Satori. We battle for glory. Them hedgies fuck go from billions to owing us $1 trillion.
The person who raped the company, the rapist I call them, their name didn't get exposed, but the party who got raped got exposed, the company. But at least it justified.
All right. I hope you like that song. That was by the real DMT. Let me play one of these. Okay, I'll be right back. All right. I hope you enjoyed that one. That was for Lionel because he was requesting that one. That was funny. Yeah, that was the original, so to speak, the song that started all. That was a fun time, right? And yeah, I think we are kind of setting ourselves up for that again. But again, this time we're more wiser and we're more kind of prepared for what is to come. But you know, the next time it won't be as I think as chaotic, so to speak. We're going to be more focused. You know, when the price is up, you know, we're not going to freak out at all. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Hi, Jay. You ready for Moaz? Yes. Been ready for a while, but we're okay waiting for a longer time because we want more shares. So welcome to today's show, all of you. Appreciate that. So let's get started. Today's trading obviously was kind of boring. Looking at the price, nothing to be excited about quite yet. But of course, you know, the company's doing better. It really doesn't matter, right? So what is today's new here? Gamestop upgrade to strong buy. Here's what you should know. Oh, this is ZAS. So Lionel brought this to my attention today. Now, I feel like this rating has been done since last quarter. I guess they had different scores from here to here. I don't remember what the score was back then. I bet you anything, if you kind of watch back to my old previous video, you've probably seen one of these. And yeah, I remember showing you this website before. And yeah, it was upgraded to strong buy since last quarter. But this quarter, of course, it's remained the same. Ranking number 1 above even, what's the other one? Even Best Buy. Cons, I don't know what that is. So even above that too. Now, as far as grade A, it's I think based on more of the momentum. A, I guess it's the best ranking. D is you know how your schooling grading system. It's A, B, C, and D. So A is the best, D is the worst, so on and so forth. Growth, I guess it's in the C category. Value, they still think that it's overvalue. That's just how it reads there. So if it's grade A, it's the best value investing, right? So maybe when the price went down a little bit, it will be a lot. I don't know. I guess this is just based on ZAS, okay? So if these analysts think that it's overvalued, therefore it is, right? Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm agreeing with that, but that's just what it says there. Let's see, what else do I want to point out? So this one right here, I'm not quite sure it get cut off there. So hold on, let me see if there's a way. I guess some search happening here. I guess a strong buy indicator came out around here. So the fact that the momentum is coming back, that's why it's A, and it's strong buy. For them, that's pretty good too. And I'm sure it has a lot to do with the earnings report as well. So there you go. It seems like today's volume is 10, but let me double check here with this particular indicator. It's volume indicator. Pretty simple. It seems like today it's a lot less. This is a 1 day candle, 4.9 million shares being traded back and forth, right? And so there you go. Down again. The volume has been drying up again. That's usually how it goes after earnings. They've been kind of like rerouting the buy order, so to speak. Now, let me show you the exchange chart here. I should have had it up. Sorry about that. How's everybody doing today? I know a few of you just joined in. I appreciate all of you for joining. Let's see. Gamestop. All right, so let's see. I'm looking for the short interest right here, short volume. It seems like it's coming back up again. It used to be lower and lower. Now it's backing up. I feel like every time there's low volume, it seems to hammer it down a lot more in terms of percentage, right? So if you look at the percentage when during the run up, it's harder for them to short because again, there's so much volume coming in. I bet that's why it dropped down to 36, which is very surprising to me that the price kind of crater, even though it was only 30%. Perhaps there's no large buy order coming in. Perhaps they're not as scared about killing the momentum. Again, this is just me speculating because if you look at the previous days, it has been always over 50%, right? Just with the exception of these 2 days. So what's going on there? Perhaps again, there's low volume coming in. But it's still, it's the tune of millions of shares right here being shorted off exchange, even higher. Higher in percentage, so to speak. Short exempt right here, 30,000, around 30,000 shares being short exempt, meaning that they are allowed to short it, created share out of thin air in order to, put supplies into the market. So usually that affects the price, coming down, because if you sell more shares into the market, you will cradle the price down. So that's what you're seeing there. Again, this is only 5 million shares trading back and forth. Not much, as far as float goes, that's only a little bit more than 1% or so. All right, so that's that. That one, okay. Well, I don't know if it's copyrighted yet, so I'm sure it's fine. I haven't seen any flag yet, but yeah, I mean, it's a fun song to play. I know. Okay, so I just watched Tony De Niro analysis of GameStop. I'm not gonna play a sound here because I don't want to. He should get some view here. Now, not to say that he should listen to what he's saying and whatnot, but in a nutshell, he is trying to say that GameStop should be evaluated at $10, and that somehow GameStop is doing well, but yet the elephant in the room is that the top line revenue is down by 10%. Therefore, that should be addressed, saying that Ryan Cohen did a great job, but somehow my feel to all of this analysis from him versus I've watched him before doing the analysis back then, before the split, before the apes and all that stuff. The narrative was buy and hold and not sell, right? But with this one, when he went at this stage of GameStop, in my opinion, you should be advocating for the same thing, buy and hold. And then I'm not advocating that. I'm just saying that back then his narrative was buy and hold AMC, But now, the opposite with GameStop at this stage. If you watch this video, it would make sense. His narrative is that, right? Now he went through all of that, all the good stuff that we've known about already. SG&A going down, great, and all of that number was amazing, right? But again, the top line revenue was the one that he was saying that it should be addressed. And then also too, he was make a comment that GameStop should be, well, when you look at GameStop, you should be look at more than just the balance sheets. I'm like, what? So it's kind of like, in my opinion, it's a flip-flop narrative of, okay, now that GameStop is doing much better than AMC, he's advocating to buy and sell and not hold this company, right, for the long investment. While before, AMC was in a very terrible mode of operation. We all know what AMC is. He was advocating people buying and holding, right, and never sell type of thing. So in my opinion, this exposes him to be, he's just trying to, come into the scene to try to drive away from GME, right? And again, this is what my speculation is, based on more of my analysis, based on what I'm watching here, and been watching him since the AMC time too. So, this type of narrative, again, expose him to be the person that, was the one planted in this community to do that stuff. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Again, I'm going to link down below if you want to watch this particular one and kind of like, come out with your own conclusion there. Okay, so that's that. Now, what else did I say here? IMX. So, speculation. This is just me speculating. Perhaps there's some sort of partner up with GameStop here, or GameStop just bought in a whole bunch of Immutable X. Yeah. No, I don't know. Again, this is just me speculating based on the price movement today. But there are actually a news coming out. Immutable X is to be listed on XBit or XBank. BitBank, sorry, on December 14th. So perhaps that's what that's why the price movement goes up, because with the anticipation of listing announcement, right? Oftentimes, when tokens or crypto like this type is kind of listed towards other stuff, other stuff, listed towards the platform of any kind, right? There's always the enthusiasm. Oh my God, I can't even talk today. The enthusiastic nature of, kind of jumping ahead of time. So that's why, usually price movement goes up like that sharply. Is there any other news in terms of like relating to GameStop? Of course, GameStop is associated with this. We use this platform, so to speak, on the NFT marketplace. And I'm sure you could still buy and sell stuff on GME NFT marketplace, right? That's the crypto side. So it's nice to see the price of Immutable X go up like that. Now, as far as the movement of BTC right here, Bitcoin, it went down pretty substantially from 44 at the time. Now it's 41. 0.8. And normally, I think this is why Mutable X and many other altcoin out there kind of runs, is because that's the cascading effects of the nature of people initially went into Bitcoin, and knowing that Bitcoin usually after the initial profit taking, it poured into the altcoin, right? And so that's why you might see the Mutable X moving up 26 or 27% in a day. If you look at the AVAX here, I don't have this one the same way, right? So again, it's just the mechanic of what crypto is, and I was kind of tracked the other cycle. It was kind of the same way, and this is a cycle of altcoins. I'm sure altcoin just means that anything other than Bitcoin. That's what altcoins means. And then what else was up? XRP is still kind of the same. Apparently, there was a waiting decision based on the lawsuit there. So, what else? Oh, how about Loopring? I forgot to look into Loopring. I mean, it's not far-fetched that GameStop could technically buy the whole Loopring, right? With with the money that we have. Look, the market cap of Loopring is only $300 million, right? And so it's not far-fetched that we could just buy the entire network of Loopring to operate based on what GME is trying to do. Not quite sure how legal that is though, because again, crypto is still in the limbo stage. There's no clear regulation, so I don't think that GameStop would jeopardize share investor in that, or shareholder value that way. I think they're gonna wait until the regulation clarity coming in, and even the fact that Mutable X kind of surged too. I don't think it has anything to do with GameStop buying in. Of course, that's just my speculation as well. Now, let's talk about this, and this is what my thumbnail is too. So, to me, I feel like the company is doing better, right? And I've always think of ways that they have been kind of doing incrementally, right? And it's not something that they're jumping ahead of time. And it's things like simple things like this, where you could get a daily deal for people who have a pro membership. And what this does is encouraging people to go into the store more often, right? Because you never know when the deal or what the deal is going to be until it's being announced online, right? And I don't know if you could actually, hold on, get that deal at the online shop here. Oh, okay. Yes, you could. Sorry. So if you're a pro membership, obviously you only have 3 hours to make this decision, right? So again, it is limited time only, obviously, and quantity limited. Yeah, while supplies last. So you could get a quick, 10% off, 20%, $20 off, $40 off of certain selected items. And this is it's a very engaging strategy to have for GameStop, right? And again, it just encouraging people to check in with the store, with the website, more often than not, right? And this is, again, just small little thing, incremental change here that will kind of indoctrinating the shoppers to become more aware of what's in the inventory. Now, when people are usually shopping, they don't just shop for one thing, obviously, right? they would add other stuff, and if they come in here, just so happen to see something, something worth buying for somebody else, for gifts and all that stuff, that's also a value created thing too. Like it's kind of like an upsell without, being in their face, right? In the customer face. I used to hate it when people say, oh, would you like to need something else? Oh, we have this and this and this. So at the store, and I become so annoyed. But with this one, it's subtle. If you want more stuff, you could always get more stuff, right? Without at the convenience of your home. And so again, this is the value that GameStop is trying to ensue. And the fact that these people, like Tony De Niro here, doesn't see that, I just think that, it's just disingenuous, to say the least. And then also, too, to try to say that Ryan Cohen should have used that billions of dollars to buy into GameStop if he's really believing that GameStop is undervalued, just to try to to put doubt into people, into Ryan Cohen thinking, or the valuation of, as if to say that the reason why he doesn't want to buy using the company money to buy GameStop share is that he doesn't think that Ryan Cohen actually think that GameStop is actually valuable, right? So I hope that makes sense. But, again, this type of kind of narrative is exposing him as one of those people that just, are placed there to steer people away from GameStop and steer people to buy into the narrative of AMC, right? The fact that AMC is better than GameStop, the fact that AMC is cheaper than GameStop, right, in terms of price share, without thinking of the other fundamental stuff, right? Now that GameStop has better fundamental, what does Tony say? Oh, well, you gotta look at it more than the fundamental, more than the balance sheets. The balance sheet, what Wall Street doesn't look at just the balance sheet. It makes no damn sense, right? What Wall Street look at, usually it is the top line revenue. I get it. But that's not the whole story either. Just to look at the top line revenue, it's not the whole story. And just look at the earnings per share, it's not the whole story either. In my opinion, I feel like beating on earnings is a lot more important than beating on top line revenue, so to speak, right? Just my opinion, right? But anyway, so I just babble a whole 5 minutes of my life there. So who's in here? Hi Jay, everybody. Oh, there's so many J's in here, so I don't know who's Jay. Jay Evan. Make it into your intro music always. Yes, Lina. You're doing great. Thank you, Lina. Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I just think that people don't see this type of little tiny thing that GameStop is doing in order to encourage more engagement into the website itself is kind of ludicrous, to say the least. But again, this is, this type of thing is being overlooked, So, they have clearance. Just the fact that me being in here, just looking at discounts everywhere here. And, for the holidays coming in, of course, we have a lot to shop for. Family members and, people who otherwise wouldn't think to get even just a gift card, right? For people. So pretty cool. And the fact that you could shop by the, under Like it's easy to look into, and that's another thing too. That small incremental change that you don't necessarily see here. Now, remember, there was one guy that I show, was it CNBC or something? That guy who keeps saying that it's GameStop rather than GameStop. Like, he can't even get the name of the ticker right. And he keeps saying that, if you go to the website, it has nothing to do with, console or anything like that. And all you see is that little figurine, and it's like bullshit. You could see it here. Of course they're trying to sell console. Of course they try to sell every other things, those hardwares that we've been pushing and winning. Yes, top line revenue was down, but everything was down too. I mean, the economy anyway, but the number of stores down, and then cost of doing business went down substantially. I mean, it went down so much that they actually beat earnings. So that means something, you guys, for people who still listening to Tony, AMC is the best there still, right? Now, as far as one of other things that I want to mention, man, I'm kind of stumped today. Is there any question? Hi, Jay. I bought 30. Oh, I bought 30 GME. That's GME. 30 GameStop card. And giving them all to. Oh my God, I wish I could be your employee. I want that one. That's amazing, Jay. Yeah, I mean, that's such a, I just think that this community, we think about like how great this company is, and the fact that we would be able to do this type of thing for another soul to enjoy, the fruit of our labors too, is amazing, I hope that makes sense. It's just like a community of caring soul, in my opinion. And this is why we care so much about this company. And to me, I resonate with Brian that way too. As a leader, as a billionaire who, self-made and yet still humble enough to kind of trying to make this company better. Of course, he's trying to better himself too. He's trying to, leave a legacy that he could kind of be proud of. And I'm sure, he worked hard because of that, because of the legacy that he might be able to achieve here. And the fact that we could, take a ride with him too, that's another beautiful thing. And that's good. Yeah. I support that, Jay. Appreciate that. GME has made a successful turnaround. It's very clear what's coming. Yeah, I think so too. And this is why, Tony, have this narrative spin that, it's not enough, just to look at the balance sheets. And he knows that, and he did the analysis too, that he thinks that GameStop should be around $10 if you were to evaluate it based on, how Wall Street does it, right? And so he's saying that, those $6 valuation was somewhat fair, I'm like, what? Of course he would say that, right? And so, he was advocating people buying and selling, not holding it for long term. It's the same narrative that, that CNBC had when Tesla was at $10, right? So again, like it's to me, it's exposed himself as one of those people that was planted, right? Again, it's just my opinion here. I'm not accusing him of like being bought or anything, but that's just my analysis here. So there you go. Yeah. Oddly, that's all I have to say today. Is there any question that you guys have? Let's see. What else should I talk about, you guys? let's see. So, oh, right. I have this one. So this is a prediction, okay? And I guess it's a Monte Carlo simulation walk, a random walk, okay? And so I'm 100% correct. Oh, thank you. It's absolutely clear. I am HO2. I don't know what IMHO is. Oh, in my humble opinion, okay. Yes. Sorry. Okay, so let me show you this real quick right here. Now, this is, again, it's just based on the historical price movement here. This indicator is kind of like give you a certain possibility that it may happen here, right? Now, just to preface this ahead of time, this is not me. This is not my kind of analysis here, okay? Just based on the historical price action, okay? So, based on this model here, it's the lowest price action is coming down here, right? And it's kind of like fitting because if you look to the left, right here, this is the most interacted price back even before the run, right? You see it interact right here. Let's see it interact right here as a support, right? Flip it to the resistance right here, and then you see the drop right before the run. And so it's not out of the realm of impossibility that it won't come down to that one. So again, just keep an eye on that $8 a share right there. So that's one. And of course, the worst case scenario is $2.78. So again, worst case scenario. But I think, at $2, it would be ridiculously like no-brainer, right, to buy into. And then it's also interacted with this particular price action right here, which if you look to the left, of course, this one is the first support for the second run right there. And then up here, it's kind of interacted with this gap down right here, right? And then interacted with this resistance. And if you look left even and interact with this, it bounces off of that. Again, like multiple times, right? So the idea is that these type of thing will kind of give you an idea where it goes, right? From the current price action. So, and then if you look at the top estimation, based on the volume, based on the price action, day to day, it could kind of like sideways for a while or bounce it off of this particular price range from 15 to 10 for a while, right? And then if best case scenario is right here, it would break through this resistance right here, right? Reason why it's resistant is because it touched and then bounced down, kind of close to touching this over here, and then amazing price action right here, kind of ping-ponging, trying to break through that resistance right there level. So around 27 or so, it will kind of break through, right? Again, this is going to happen, based on this one, after earnings or before earnings. So I think it's more likely to be this one right here. I bet you anything, this price action, because it's closer to the earnings, right? More people are going to be more enthusiastic 1 month before or so, right? Or a week before. Usually, option trader, they want to profit more and more or quicker or whatever, they usually do that a week before earnings. So that's why you usually see the volatility price of the option pricing. It's a lot higher, in my opinion. Honest opinion. Yeah, I know. I figured it out. Thank you, Jay. Yeah, I mean, I think that this model here is just kind of give you the infinite possibility where it could go, and I think you could adjust how many possibility you want to see too, in the setting here. It's pretty cool, like if you know how to read this thing. But yeah. I mean, there's so many indicator out there. Again, I don't trade anymore, so I don't know which one to go by, so to speak. But yeah, I mean, my speculation is that they could keep an eye on the Loopring network, right, or platform, so to speak, and then also Immutable X. I don't think that they will buy in the crypto quite yet, not even Bitcoin, I don't think, because again, the regulation, there's no law saying that it's whatever it is, right? So with that, I don't think Ryan Cohen would make that risky bet, so to speak. And it's kind of evident too, because he was kind of putting the NFT marketplace on hold for now and just focusing on the e-commerce part of it. That's what made me think that that's why it's not the next step. I think the next step is more kind of like using that $1 billion to buy into other company, like game related company. My other speculation too is like, you know, gaming creation type of company, like Epic Gaming, right? Now, I don't know if they, like, Epic Gaming is private equity. They would push him out. So, hold on, gaming company. So I was looking at this list right here, and I was like, oh, I wonder which one should be the one. So there was a few ones. How about Nintendo? You know, don't know if these are like private company, right? Who owns Nintendo? Who owns? So the Master Trust Bank of Japan. Oh, okay. So Nintendo, it's in the Bank of Japan holding, which represents ownership of 16.5%. Okay, so I mean, it's not far-fetched that GameStop could snatch some of that, right? What is the evaluation of revenue, job, stock? Nintendo. Okay, what's the market cap here? Oh, it would be Japanese domination. Domination or yeah, domination. Yeah, what you guys think? I think it's a realm of possibility that they might buy a stake of it, right? Hello there. It's hard to say your name. I apologize if I couldn't say it right. Hi, Rida. GameStop, too strong, can't stop, won't stop. Yes. I think there's going to go with tech and gaming either way. Digital, I'm here for the long game. Yeah, of course. You know, I think you got it. I think, what I think is that any type of gaming industry that helps GameStop kind of expand more in the e-commerce side too, like the hardware. In my last live stream, I thought it was Newegg. Newegg is I think it's within the realm of possibility too, because it's like low enough market cap. The only other problem that I see is that the inside ownership was like 90%. So with that, they could do this poison pill thing, right? Where they don't want any outsider to control their company. So that could be possible. But if Ryan Cohen come to the negotiating table saying, hey, it's going to be beneficial for both parties, I'm sure, Newegg has been shorted to the ground as well. I think right now it's like $1. What's today's Newegg? Yeah, $1.07 right there. What is a short volume for Newegg here? I mean, not as much, but still to 40%, 50% of the share being shorted. It's kind of similar to what you see on GameStop. Not too high of a percentage. But if you look at the overview of this company here, $400 million right there, right? Outstanding shares, close to what GameStop is too. Daily volume, whatnot. Yeah, I mean, even if GameStop come in like at 10% here and try to force the leadership to do better, that'd be good too. Again, like, why would I think that Newegg is a good candidate? I think it would expand the market share of the refurbished, type of or hardware. They have a pretty good catalog of items, right? Kind of aligned with what GameStop is selling anyway. Computer components and whatnot. The fact that they already have the name for that too, that's another thing. Yeah, I mean, if they join the team, that could be good too. And then the other speculation I have is Steam. What do you guys think of that? Steam partnership. Okay. Nintendo. What's the other one? Okay. Let's see. And also too, like, any company that creates the actual game itself, right? So like, if you could find something, or GameStop could find something that is small enough to absorb, I'm not talking about these big ones here, but like really small company, what else? Let me see if I could recognize anyone. What is this one? Blizzard programmer. Okay. Like promising company like this on the verge. Maybe looking for good gaming company that is in trouble because they're over leveraging themselves, right? To the point where they can't function unless you have a cash infusion. GameStop could do that. Senior node holder type thing, right? Private division, New York. There's tons of gaming company that Ryan Cohen could. We talked about Valve already here, the Steam people, right? So, all right, guys, that's all I have. I guess there's no questions, there's no more comments, concerns, or anything like that. That's all I have for today. All right. Again, thank you everybody for joining, and I appreciate all of you. Lionel, appreciate you. JJ, there's 2 J's here. Thank you so much. And of course, hi Ryder, appreciate you. All right, I will let you guys go, and I will see you tomorrow.